Hamas being put on notice. President Trump now warning the terror group against further attacks or get eradicated. And that comes as Vice President J.D. Vance arrived in Israel earlier this morning, working to shore up the fragile ceasefire amid renewed fighting. Joining us now is podcast and radio host Ben Shapiro. So good to have you here. Let me just turn it over to you because Vice President Vance is now in the region. What do you think he needs to try to accomplish while he's there?
I think the goal right now is to ensure that the International Stabilization Force, which is what President Trump has talked about, actually attempting to guarantee the safety and security of the Gaza Strip, is actually put into place. And this is the sort of sticking point in phase 2 of the agreement. Phase 1 of the agreement, which was already achieved, was the release of 20 live hostages. And most of the dead hostages, some have already come out, more are supposed to come out. The next question is what happens with the Gaza Strip next? Israel retains security control of somewhere between 53 and 58% of the Gaza Strip, sort of a buffer zone that works in a U around the core of the Gaza Strip. Hamas is still quite active in that area, and Hamas has been pulling members of al-Shabaab, which is a sort of rival group in that area, out of their homes and shooting them on the streets. And so the question is, if you wish to make a peaceful future for Palestinians, a place where they can economically prosper, as President Trump has talked about, billions of dollars flowing into the area, that can only happen if safety and security is achieved. Now, the ceasefire was designed, of course, to have the IDF, the Israeli military, stop operating in these areas. The problem is there's nobody to replace them, right, and Hamas will immediately step into the breach and begin doing exactly what it has been doing. And so there needs to be, and this is, I think, what's being negotiated right now, some sort of force, particularly from the Arab and Muslim world, that is willing to go into those areas and clean them up. And that force can't be working in cahoots with Hamas in order to reconstitute under another name. And this is the Israeli government is worried about because, of course, Qatar and Turkey have been sponsor states of Hamas during this 2-year war before the latest turn.
And in fact, President Trump put out on Truth just before our segment, Ben, basically saying that numerous of our now great allies in the Middle East and areas surrounding the Middle East have explicitly and strongly, with great enthusiasm, informed me that they would welcome the opportunity at my request to go into Gaza with a heavy force. And that way, the people who are there won't only be able to look to Hamas to help provide security and food and whatever else is needed. If there was something else there, Hamas could be more marginalized. I also wanted to show you this. Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff met with newly released hostages this morning in Tel Aviv, and these are extremely moving. And I wonder, Ben, with your close connections there, what are you hearing about the reunions and how the hostages are doing now that they've been free about a week now?
So, I mean, some of them, I believe, have still been undergoing significant medical treatment because of their treatment by Hamas in the terror tunnels. Many of them were starved. Virtually all of them were beaten. And so they're still undergoing medical treatment. Obviously, some of them are going to have extraordinary psychological trauma from having been stuffed in tunnels on the order of 2 years. But the outpouring of love for the Trump administration in Israel is quite real. I happened to be in Israel for the Jewish holidays when President Trump visited a couple of weeks ago or last week. I was actually in the audience at the Israeli parliament at the behest of the ambassador's office, Mike Huckabee's office, and it was an extraordinary outpouring of adoration for President Trump. I've never seen anything quite like it, actually. The president obviously was having a great time, but it's not just that. The Israeli people are extraordinarily adoring of President Trump and the administration. There's a lot of gratitude for Jared Kushner, for Steve Witkoff. And now the question becomes, again, what comes next? Because the hostages are out. That was obviously an issue that was tearing apart Israeli society. Israelis were torn because there were two war goals. One was win the war. The other was get the hostages out. President Trump said the hostages are out and we have a pathway to winning the war. So now the question becomes how the war is won against Hamas. Hamas will not unilaterally disarm, but the release of the hostages was an extraordinary step forward by the President of the United States.
And everybody can learn more from Ben on The Ben Shapiro Show, one of my faves. Thanks so much. Great to have you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.